Kia ora koutou, ko Eileen McKinley tēnei. Welcome everyone. I'm Eileen McKinley and I direct the Centre for Interprofessional Education at University of Otago in the Division of Health Sciences. And it's my absolute delight to welcome our two guests today, Dr. Fiona Doolan-Noble and Chelsea Grace. And Fiona and Chelsea are from Kalgoorlie in Western Australia. But Fiona is an old friend of the IPE Centre, having worked in Dunedin and Greymouth in our interprofessional education programs there. So we're delighted to have both of you to join us, and you're going to be talking to us about the early establishment of the Goldfields Rural Health Program in Kalgoorlie. I want to just, before we hand over, to tell you a little bit about both of our guests. So Professor Fiona Doolan-Noble is the inaugural director of the Goldfields University Department of Rural Health, UDRH, at Curtin's Kalgoorlie campus. Fiona brings extensive experience in rural health and interprofessional education, proven experience in clinical management of dispersed teams, and a strong background in nursing, as well as a PhD in medicine, which focused in primary health care. Fiona's research centres on health and wellbeing in rural communities with a focus on workforce development. And I'm turning to Chelsea. Chelsea is the inaugural business manager of the Goldfields University Department of Rural Health at Curtin's Kalgoorlie campus. Chelsea has strong relationships with the Goldfields community, having previously been the Director of Regional Development in the Goldfields Esperance Development Commission and Director of the Central Regional TAFE, which is the technical and further education provider in Kalgoorlie. Just before I hand over, if you would like to ask questions of our panellists, because we're going to have a time for questions and answers at the end, please do that as they are presenting using the Q&A button, which is at the bottom of your screen. And if you would like to communicate with us, if you're having any problems with sight and sound and other non-question topics, please use the chat button and we'll respond to you. So I will hand over to Fiona and Chelsea and let them take us forward.
Thank you, Eileen. And Fiona, I'm just about to share the screen.
Great, thank you.
Okay, can everyone see that, hopefully?
So thanks for that, Chelsea. You are everyone who's online. We're thrilled to be invited by the IPE Centre at Otago to share our reflections on the past year, so the earliest establishment of the Goldfields University Department of Rural Health. So I just hand over to Chelsea, so Chelsea can also welcome you.
Hi, everyone. As was a lovely introduction by Eileen. So my name is Chelsea and I'm the business manager. Before we go any further, I'd just like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of country, the Aboriginal people of the many lands that we work on and their language groups, and recognise their continuing connection to land, sea, culture and community. We pay our respects to elders past and present, and we recognise their deep knowledge, their cultural, spiritual and educational practices. We aspire to learn and teach in partnership with them. So for those of you who might be unfamiliar with an acknowledgement of country, incorporating an acknowledgement and or a welcome to country shows respect by upholding Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander cultural protocols in Australia. These protocols have been in place for many thousands of years, with our traditional owners welcoming other groups to country. It can be delivered by a traditional owner, and that's called a welcome to country, and any other person can deliver an acknowledgement to country.
So I'd just like to spend a few minutes introducing you to our team. So you've met Chelsea and myself. In between Chelsea and I at the back is Rachel. She's our student-facing officer. So she spends a lot of time reaching out to students before they come to Kalgoorlie, because Kalgoorlie has a bit of a reputation. And